here. I am going to be doing a quick and dirty tutorial on Bruce Cockburn's cover of Mary Had a Baby. This was requested before Christmas, and I had a note that it was from somebody in Montreal who asked me to run through this. And I, for the life of me, can't find the original request. I just made a note elsewhere of it. So sorry I'm late in getting to this, but here it is. That first run through I did wasn't perfect. I have actually a problem doing this. It requires a little bit more speed and dexterity than I ordinarily have, at least for picking it up. I was in a trio for a long time that I just left recently, and we always had this as part of our Christmas program, and I'd always have to just play it for a day so I could burn it in. So it's not perfect, at least when I tried it just now, but you know, eventually I burn it in. So to start with, it's a fairly simple song. It's in drop D tuning, Capo II. At least that's the way I do it. Bruce definitely does it drop D tuning. I forget whether he capos it too. I do it so I could sing it, I guess. And it's a little bit more comfortable here on this particular guitar. So anyways, yes, drop D. That just means it's standard tuning. And then the D is, the E string is taken down to a D, 2 steps down. So, yeah, D there to there. Good enough. So, all right, so you've got this thing in drop D. And I guess we'll just start with the intro, which would be the hardest thing, because he does it fast. So, yeah. And it's just that one riff, and you do it between every second or third verse, I think. So, you're starting out with most of a D chord. It's a D chord with an E, I guess. So the first structure is, and by the way, the string reference is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you are just covering string 3 on the 2nd fret, and you're covering string 2 on the 3rd fret. So. And also for this song, I should mention, I can't be that specific about right-hand technique. I don't have the patience, as I often say, or the equipment to write down tabs, and I kind of do things more by feel. But at least with this song, it's going to be better if you're using 4 fingers to pick it with as much as you can. I resort to 3 primary when I'm doing the beginning, but when I'm doing the rest of the song, I'm trying to get as many strings as I possibly can going, because you're going to need it as you get to the. You're going to want at least to ring 4 strings with every upbeat that you, or every bunch of notes that you do. Anyways, getting back to the intro part. Once again, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And you're going to try to keep that, that whole thumb feeling going. But it's just, so, starting with this, it's just, right? And then you're going to take that 2nd string, 3rd fret, and just slide it up 2 frets to the 5th fret, come back down. So far we've got, and I'm not going to bother with the thumb right now. We're just going to concentrate on the primary notes. And you can probably figure this out for yourself once you know where to start, right? So. Right? And then you're going to pick up that 2nd string, 5th fret, and you're going to do a slide from the 5th to the 7th fret and pick up that first string on the 5th fret. So. And it's going to help once you get to this point if you're barring at least the first 3 or 4 strings on the, probably just the first 3 strings to be comfortable on the 5th fret. So. Now here's where I usually get messed up because it involves a little bit of finger independence. But you're going to do a hammer off and a pull on. Pull off and hammer on. Sorry, actually, I'm not too sure. I think I might have a mild case of COVID. So my wife and I are quarantining, and we're going to take a test on Sunday to see if it is COVID. It's the most mild case you've ever had. But I am kind of tired, slightly runny nose, and I'm not incredibly bright to begin with, but I feel about half as bright as I usually am. So anyways, so you're going to do a hammer on and a pull off, and then you're going to try to keep that first finger barring the first 3 strings, and then you are going to hit. I guess at least with me, it's most comfortable with my ring finger, my pinky finger. You're going to grab string number 4 at the 7th fret and string number 3 at the 7th fret. So it'll be. And then by the time you get here, you're taking that bar off and you're just having contact with string number 4, 7th fret, string number 3, 7th fret. And you're just going to, like I said, this takes a lot of finger independence, but you're going to be going. So. Yeah, this is the part that I always screw up, and it's what I have to just burn in for a day before I can play it reliably every year right around Christmas. So once again. R. And then coming back home, you're going to be doing string number 4 at 5th fret, string number 3 at 4th fret, string number 2 at 3rd fret. And then back home. And I think the nice thing about these videos that I do, even though they're sort of stream of consciousness, really puddle of consciousness, is that you can go back and forth and review the parts and skip the nonsense. Review the parts that you want, skip the nonsense. Anyways, that first lick. And there's a little, I'm hoping that's good enough. Again. It's probably the only time I'm going to have done that even remotely right during this video. Do what I say, not what I do, I guess is the lesson here. There's also just a little thing, and this is where having 4 fingers into the right hand pick really counts, but there's a little holding pattern between things where, unfortunately, you've got the drone going on the number 6 string, and what you're going to have to do is get sort of a And so the way that you're going to achieve that, unfortunately, is, well, the thumb is going to be responsible for the drone. Your index finger is going to be responsible for that noise. You're going to... Actually, you know, that right there might be a great finger independence exercise, because you got your drone going, and you're doing something that's got some offbeats to that drone. So that's a good way of teaching yourself a little bit of coordination. And of course, then the ring finger and the middle finger are basically going to be responsible for the number 2 and number 3 strings. So if you get that motion down, irrespective of what the index finger is doing, you're going to have a lot easier time making the verse parts better. So yeah. Now the fun part, the easy part. The verse. So there's just really 4 or 5 chords that you need to know, and you'll be fine. We start out with that first one, which is sort of a D structure. 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. Then you're going to go to a G structure. So you're going to have to hit that number 6 string at the 5th fret, and then just bar... a little bit of a reach, but just bar the first 2 strings at the 3rd fret. And gosh, you know, you don't even have to, because you're not going to be really attacking the number 1 string on these. You're going to be mostly concentrating on. You could live really with ignoring the 1st string and the 5th string and just using the 6th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. So. There's that G, so really, and then just a standard A chord, which would be 3rd string, 2nd fret, no, 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 2nd fret. So, Mariana, baby, yeah, and it is the thumb's doing the drone. The ring finger and middle finger are responsible for strings 2 and 3. And then the index finger is sort of doing an offbeat kind of thing to give that texture that I cannot describe, that je ne sais quoi. So if you hear me play it, it's a... Might as well get to the fun part. So you're doing that D structure, which is again 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. You're doing your G, which is again 6th string, 5th fret, 2nd string, and possibly 1st string, 3rd fret. And then you're going to do an E structure, and you would play ordinarily you'd be playing like an E7th, which would be. So that's 5th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 1st fret. Problem is that 6th string with the D is out, and you're going to bring it back up. So you're actually going to have to go. Oh, you know what? I don't do it that way. Sorry, forget everything I said about the E structure. The E structure, the way I play it, is 6th string, 2nd fret, and the 5th string is out of it. 5th string isn't even played. 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 1st fret. Actually, I think it would almost sound better if you, up to you. You decide what to do. You could actually do it 6th string, 2nd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string open, 3rd string, 1st fret. But for some reason, I'm doing it that way. So. So now you do like a B minor, which would be barring the first 5 strings at the 2nd fret, number 4 string at the 4th fret, number 3 string at the 4th fret, number 2 string at the 3rd fret. So sorry. And then back to the E structure. G, D. And so on and so forth. That actually is the whole song, right there. Doing it by yourself gets kind of repetitive, so it's great to have a whole chorus behind you, dancing and shouting and clapping and doing all that kind of thing. That's another helpful hint for this song. Other than that, I think that's it. If I've forgotten anything or screwed anything up, please do let me know. As always, try to make things lucrative for Bruce. Make sure that you're actually paying for his music. Buy his CDs, buy his book. You can buy Bernie Finkelstein, his manager's book, which is out there. There's some DVDs out there. There's a box set. Bruce has a new greatest hits type thing that just came out this year. I think it's only on vinyl. And if you want to support me, I think there's a virtual tip jar there. And you can look out under my name, and I do have an album out released in 2020. It's got a picture of my Bruce guitar on the front, but it's my own stuff. It's not Bruce Cockburn stuff, and it's different. Although it's informed by all the inadvertent guitar lessons that Bruce got me. Bruce afforded me, rather. So that's about it. One more meandering guitar tutorial under my belt. I hope you all stay well, and we'll talk to you soon, I hope.